Hello, people of God. So I learned a valuable lesson on today that humility is everything. Not that I didn't know that, not that I wasn't practicing it, not that I wasn't operating in it, but just humility is everything. Because as much as we strive to be perfect in everything that we do, as much as we hope to be good at all things that we are called to do, we will never ever reach that certain level of expectation of perfection that we have in our mind, because Jesus already perfected that. Because if we were perfect, we would not need him. If we were perfect, we would not, he would not have to die on the cross for us. So I was just enlightened on today about how good God is, about how merciful he is, and that just a reminder that I'm not always going to get things right. I'm not always going to have the right things to say. I'm not going to always have all of the information that I need, but as long as I use what I have to the best of my ability, he will do the rest. Because sometimes we feel like we have to have it all, or we have to know it all, or we have to do everything right, or have it all perfect. And he showed me on today that you're not always going to have a perfect day. You're not always going to have the perfect presentation. You're not always going to have the perfect relationship. You're not always going to have that perfect attitude. You're not always going to be your best at all times, because there is a season of failure, or there is a season of testing, and that is to perfect that which is within you. And so he reminded me of that, because I was finding myself a little frustrated, but he reminded me, you're doing the best that you can. You know your stuff. You're doing the best that you can. This is your first time doing it. You're not always going to get it right the first time. You don't always get it right as a first time parent. You don't always get it right in a first time relationship, but you learn as you go. And so this was just a growing period that I'm learning as I go, and I'm growing as I continue to press through. And so I encourage you that if you're struggling in an area, if you're struggling with how you see yourself, with your gifts, with your purpose, just know that use the little bit that you got. God will continue to add to it. He will continue to place the right resources, the right people in your path, so that you can enhance in those areas. You're not always going to have that level of perfection that we always tend to strive for, as society would like us to believe. But God knows, and he sees. As long as he sees you putting forth your effort, you will succeed at that. And if you don't get anything else, just know that while we are yet an imperfect people, we serve a perfect God, and he sees all and he knows all. He will do just what he says he will do. And he did not call you to fall short, but he called you to excel. He called you to supersede the norm. He called you because you have a specific gift that he wants the world to see, that he wants you to live and exercise in, that he wants you to maximize in every step and every level that he continues to increase you in. So just be encouraged. Don't beat yourself up. Don't call down all negativity. Don't look over or continually repeat, or let your mind repeat the mistakes that you made, the bad choices that you made, the wrong turns that you took, the delays that has caused you to be pushed back further from your purpose and your promise. But know that you still have a destination. You still have a promise. You still have a purpose. You still have the gifts. As long as you put forth the effort, God has continued to push you and get you to where you need to go. Have a blessed day.